Hi, I'm Rasanamir Koshari is here with another episode of Doctor USA. Um, Sorry for my voice because I'm sick, as you can tell. Uh, I got COVID, and it was kind of weird to me because I thought COVID was gone already, but apparently it still exists. So those people that they had mask on, they were not crazy. Still are crazy, those liberals, but they're not crazy. So still COVID exists and it's out there, and really I'm on. I mean, I recall that, like, I remember all those memories that I had, like all those weird feelings that I got from COVID. So that's why I could say it is different than the regular flu. Right now, I had a as well. Like, I was feeling the same weird, unique feeling that I got from COVID that was different than regular flu. But anyway, um, what I wanted to talk about today was about, economic D-Day that Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent put it into effect from Monday, and also the Ratcliffe, the CIA director of CIA, went to the Moscow. Apparently, it was supposed to take a few days, but in less than a day, he went back again. Uh, and the relation between all of them, and then the economic war with Canada. First of all, I'm gonna make you feel bad if you were MAGA, if you voted for Trump and now you're disappointed. I'm gonna just tell you, like, what could have happened, that everything could be the best. First of all, Pezeshkian, he was a reformist, the president of Iran. So he got elected, right? And when he got elected, regularly, the election in Iran is kind of weird. Since Ahmadinejad, that was the highest of the high. I guess at that time it was crazy how many people they were voting. Some people for Mousavi, some people for Ahmadinejad. So both hardliners and reformists, they had somebody to rely on to. And after that, they say, oh, they rigged the election. And after that, Rouhani came against Raisi and so on. But after the Rouhani, because reformists, basically, like, let's say, those people who voted for Mousavi or um, even Rouhani, they were not necessarily like in love with the Islamic Republic, and let's say they believe in the system. They were just saying somebody who could oppose the system. That is what they were saying. So that's why they were voting for reformists. Not necessarily they were aligned completely with them. But anyway, they were voting, and after that, when Rouhani got elected, and then Trump came and he tore apart the JCPOA. After that, they said that, okay, so it doesn't matter who we vote for, we are not going to get anything. At that time, this is the best. At that time, people stopped believing in the system. They said, no matter who we vote for, nothing going to change. They stopped voting. Stop voting the way that basically it was showing Iran doesn't have any legitimacy, because nobody believed in the system. Only hardliners vote, and who cares anymore? Like, people started to ignore the ballots, the mailing, all of them. They said, we don't want to vote whatsoever because we don't want to have anything to do with this government. And still, when Pezeshkian got elected, that was the time it was kind of like some sign, maybe that's the last chance. So still people, they were saying, oh, maybe that's the last chance, maybe something can change. Still they wanted to, so many people, they wanted regime change, but they were saying, like, okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Like, even out of mockery, like, oh, he's a loser just like others, but okay, let's see. At that time, that was the best chance, because government, the regime, Iran, was super afraid. The way, like, they had all those protests for men life freedom, and after that many things happened. Like, it wasn't like just regular voting. Like, we had Black Lives Matter in here. They had so many of those Black Lives Matter thing and protests for different reason, gas price, the inflation, all of them, they had it. So regime was ready to give so many concessions only if America would have a deal with them. So stuff that normally Iran would say no, but because they were in the unique situation, people hated them. They were not popular at all. But then with the like with the help of the reformists to say, oh, maybe give us one other chance, some people they showed up and voted, and then he got elected. So at that time, Iran, to make sure, like, okay, we're gonna survive, you get what you want, Trump could put everything on the table. I mean, reasonable demand, I'm talking. And then Iran would sign it, as they did in those 5 or 6 rounds of negotiations. You could see that. Like, they kept asking for more, and Iran was saying, okay. Until they said so many things, like give your ballistic missiles, give your every nuclear, it's all gone. Then Iran said no, of course. And I think Israel purposefully planted those demands into, like, gave it to the Jared Kushner or Steve Witkoff, only to compromise that, only to force Iran to say no. Like, they knew that they had to add some stuff that Iran said no, so there would be a reason to fight. And for Trump is too stupid. He just wanted to say, oh, I have something which is not called Obama deal, but Trump deal. That is all he wanted. He could come up with the Trump Obama deal and change it to Trump deal, and he would be happy. You know, at that point, if Iran took it, if America gave those reasonable demands, and Iran was already giving so many concessions that normally they would never say yes to. Like, one of them was, let American companies come directly invest, not indirectly, directly invest inside Iran. So, Iran is very vast. It's a very big country with 90 million population. And imagine if we had it was like a treasure, hidden treasure. Iran was like a hidden treasure. Like, all those resources, all those, like, there are so many touristy places to see, like, for tourists, like, 4 seasons. It's so beautiful. And there are so many unique places to visit as a tourist. Like, we could have like a flood of the tourists and investments and oil factory, refinery, gas, everything. And America could pay. Okay, I said all of them. So deal with the Iran, right? That America wins big time. 1, separate Iran from China and Russia. 2, all those investment that China and Russia could have in Iran, America could have it. And Iran was saying already, okay. Like, billions. Like, imagine, flatten Iran right now and change it to the modern city, and all of them with all money, like the best investment. And you know how many people love to listen. Saudi Arabia and Emirat, I don't want to be mean, but it's nothing. It's just a desert with bunch of towers. That's it. It's nothing. You go to Iran, you can, like, it's like America. It has everything. Everything. Mountains, snow, rain, desert, sand dune, this, that, beach, everything. All different type of animals. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I'm saying, like, just like in America, everywhere that you go, you see different type of, like desert, tropical, like snowy stuff. Like, Iran has all of them as well. With 90 million population, very smart, very intelligent people. They're ready for investment, to be open to the market. America could get all of them. So we could pay our $40 trillion national debt with those investments, for 1, for 2. Now we have access to the oil. Saudi Arabia didn't renew that 50-year deal to that petrodollar, like everything, oil is traded with dollar. Now we could do the second one with Iran, 50-year deal with Iran. And then, so China would get isolated. We have access to Iran's oil. Iranians gonna be on our sides. And then we could make money, pay our national debt, And right now with Ukraine-Russia war, we could have more leverage because we said to Iran, okay, don't send those drones to Russia, for example. Like if we wanted. That was one leverage we had. So we had more leverage again over Russia with Russia-Ukraine deal, the war to make the peace, pay $40 trillion national debt with all those investment and the oil money, and then secure the dollar, because dollar is backed basically by trust, but basically is the oil with the Iran's oil. And after that, we could go after China, the real competitor, the real target, the final boss. Now, with Russia, we give them something, they get something. We said to Ukraine, hey, listen, quiet. Give them those lands that they took. They promised to not attack again. We're going to make a border. And everything would be fine and perfect. And that would be golden age. But instead, right now, Ratcliffe went to the Moscow. So what? He went to the Cuba a few months ago as well. What happened? Nothing. And you know how Cuba is small. Like, it's so even funny to even thinking about that. To even compare them together. Nothing happened then, nothing gonna happen. Ratcliffe going to Moscow. Oh, Ratcliffe, CIA director went to the Moscow. Something is about to happen. Like, something happened in Cuba when he went to visit them? No. Nothing there. Now, Canada. We are Canada's boss. They have to listen to us. Now they are acting tough. They are saying, oh, it is easier to resist and comply with their demands. What are you even talking about? You shouldn't even be country. You should be our state. You should be our 51st state. Now Canada is playing tough. Now gas is high. Now all those MAGA promises are into trash. And nothing has happened. And China do nothing and win. Everything was sacrificed only for sake of Israel. I just want you to remember that. That the good possible outcome I was talking about right now, it would all have happened if Israel didn't destroy everything. That's it.